Dealer Series was set up 20 years ago as a race for all local Yamaha dealers to get together and show their dealership participation to their riders. And over the years we've increased from probably starting with 5 dealers to this year we have 17 dealers. Last year we had a record of 22 dealers. And what it is you get, each rider rides for a dealer, doesn't matter what bike they're on, and they get points for that dealership. So if they get points, then the Yamaha dealer that wins gets this big cup and they set it in their parts counter and says they are the Yamaha dealer of Southern California for whatever year. For every year for 20 years, John Burr Cycles has won it, except for 1 year Yamaha Cucamonga won it and 1 year Alba Motorsports won it, but Alba is no longer, but that's who won it. So again, this year we've changed the point structure a little bit, not to let John Burr run away with it. So everybody has picked their dealers and they all give them incentives. Malcolm Smith paid for gate entries and race entries. Del Amo paid for race entries. They get discounts on parts. So you become part of a team. You're going to be the John Burr rider, or you're going to be the HYR rider, or the Del Amo rider, and that gives you a place to park your car and come out and be part of a team, and it's just the uniqueness of it. It's just getting riders to cover your classes. There's 40 motocross classes, and John Burr has been the motocross shop for years. They're known for motocross. They sell a lot more motocross bikes than probably any other dealership. So they have that rapport with the riders, and people just keep going back because they have the family atmosphere still. So I think that's why they still have a lot of riders support, because they've been doing it for so many years. But this year, just take for instance, Malcolm Smith only had 2 riders participate last year. They had 22 riders come for my first round. So people are starting to get more. Del Amo increased by 60% of their riders, so was B&B. So all it is a matter of getting, if you had 40 riders and you covered all my classes that Glen Helen offered, you could win, because the top rider is the only one that gets points. Then there's incentive points. The dealer that has the most increased in riders gets 10 extra points. And so it's all based on just how many classes you cover, not how many riders you have. You can have 100 riders, yeah, you might be like John Burr, but if you cover all the classes, you can still win. For one thing, this is Glen Helen's only motocross series. It's the only motocross series that Glen Helen itself promotes. So I make it a lot better track than probably I've put a higher standard on the racetrack. We had it go reverse last week. This time we changed the track around and did a whole new track for the race on May 20th. I just make sure it's to the standards that Glen Helen's used to. I make it a long track. I make sure that the hills are in. I make sure it's challenging, and I make sure everybody has long motos and a good race. I don't shorten the track. I make sure everybody gets their money's worth. And Yamaha, supports that. And we want it to be a true motocross race. To support this, it's a great race. We've upped it with transponders. Yamaha gives 100% of their support, and that's very important right now with motocross not being at the top of its game and people not being able to afford it. The other thing that I've really done this year, and that's in all my races, is really support the 2-stroke race. So I do have 2-stroke classes. So bring your 2-stroke out and race. And it's family oriented, it's for everybody. So I have pee-wees all the way up to 60-year-olds. Gary Jones ran his first 60 race last week at the Dealer Series. So it's just for everybody to come out and have fun and enjoy themselves, not be pressured to do your best, but don't be pressured. It's just a fun local race to enjoy with dealers and your friends. The next date is May 20th, June 3rd, and June 10th.